Hello and welcome back to our Mortalen's Very Hard game. We are at war with the Teekans. They have once again declared a treacherous, uninvited war on us before we could declare a treacherous, uninvited war on them. Let's talk about the game plan. We need as many troops as we can possibly have as quickly as possible because taking 2 colonies is going to be quite challenging, especially since we're not yet in a fully militarized state. We do have a lot of troops, but many of them are low-quality Actarian troops that we really don't want to use for anything other than Actarian system defense. The first problem we have right now is this fleet. We can deal with that problem right away. Before we get started, though, the first fleet needs to immediately return to our colony, Ernez. So let's just go down to Ernez and have the 4th fleet refuel here and just make sure our fleet is set to nearby. That will mean that they will attack it in their attempt to refuel. They won't just try to refuel without attacking it. Our brand new colony. So this colony is in trouble. The Teekans will probably see it as a place to attack opportunistically. Since there's no way to prevent them coming into your systems and just going wherever they want, they will just deep strike in and try to kill this. To prevent that, we're going to do a few things to show the AI that it is not as weak as it appears at first. We're going to build it a spaceport. Don't know if that will finish on time. We're going to build a brand new fleet. Home defense is going to just be a fleet of 6 escorts that will sit in the home system, making it appear like the strength in the system is higher. The 4th fleet is going to, once it gets through with its battle here at Ernez, we'll pick up some of the excess Actarian troops on Ernez and move them over to there. So let's talk about the 1st fleet's mission. The 1st fleet's mission is going to continue as it is right now. It is going to destroy all of the bases in the system, and then it's going to go to our recently taken over pirate base and refuel. Then it's going to meet with the rest of the fleets down here in Mortalen. That's its mission. If it has enough fuel, it might opportunistically attack in this system 1 or 2 stations, but only if it has enough fuel. We do not want it stranded. The 2nd fleet is still trying to return home after being stranded. We just want to make sure it has a mission that it will continue to do because we don't want it to keep trying and failing things. We want it to stay on its mission. I'll also change this to attack nearby only. And then we want to make our 2 combat fleets very slightly stronger, because once we get our upgrades, we want to hope to push their individual power over 2,000 each. To make that more likely, we are going to take our escort phalanxes and we are going to edit 2 more ships into them. Lastly, we should have done this without dropping out, the assault wedge is going to add 1 more troop transport to put it up to 100,000 troops it can carry. The 3rd fleet needs to repair and refuel. It's already near the base, and the 4th fleet is already on a mission up here to clean this up. Now let's talk about the war strategy, okay? So once everything is ready, we are going to attack this system here. Particularly, this planet has a fuel mining station on it, which we are going to attempt to capture. It's not that easy to capture a station like that, but it is something we can succeed at, even with just troop transports and regular weapons, as long as we do our attack really well. That's the plan. We'll then refuel at this station before going full fuel into our final attack on the Teekan's dirty homeworld, which is going to be a problem in and of itself. This is going to be a big problem too, but we'll deal with that problem later. That's phase 2, and we're still in phase 1. The 3rd fleet is probably going to spend its time clearing stations in this system, and we don't want it to have to go and get fleets from the capital in order to have enough troops. We want to keep our fleet screen open so we can watch what our fleets are doing. The marker that we need to check the 4th fleet is when the 4th fleet changes to attack. The 3rd fleet will probably be fine. I hope it is. There are some opportunity targets that are definitely worth attacking. What is this? That is an opportunity target worth attacking. Construction ships we attack. Because construction ships build things. They make it harder for us to succeed at our missions. So we've gotten basic medical systems, which is great, which means both of our spies succeeded to a degree. Evaded detection. Great job, spies. We want to kill this thing, or at least drive it away, because we don't want it to, like, do exactly what it just did. Build something else that we'll end up having to kill. And depriving them of a construction ship is actually a good thing. So the third fleet appears to be under attack. Let's just pause. The attack seems to actually be quite well engaged. We need to make sure that once the attack is done, though, that this fleet is set back to refueling. So let's... They're going to finish up here. First fleet is still doing its job. So third fleet definitely needs to refuel and repair. First fleet is on its attack run. Fourth fleet still hasn't come in yet. Second fleet still hasn't come in yet, but that's going to take a long time. We're going to check out how close the fourth fleet is in a second. Nice. Oh, the fourth fleet has literally just begun its combat. Oh, that's close. You were literally driving them off with perfect timing, fourth fleet. Oh, that was close. So the fourth fleet needs to go in here and gather up troops. Let's load our troops. Actually, don't do that. These guys have just tried to trick us. They've literally just tried to trick us. So we're going to continue the attack on them. There we go. There's the jump. Oh. Awful. You're not even a combat ship. What a bad jump. I'm not sure what they think they're doing. I was going to say, I'm not sure what they think they're doing. They are turning to meet us, which is not surprising. How strong are they? Not strong enough. And then they jumped out. So the third fleet is going to go on a special mission to try to take that base. As we said, it needs to load as many troops as it can at this time. What do we have here? So let's just, that's not the screen, we want this version so we can look. We got all these building. We want to leave, say, because we're going to end up having to come back, so we're just going to take with us what we can. We're going to try to take units that are close to full strength, though. Now we switch to the fourth fleet, who have successfully done their job here of filling up with troops. We want to go to our colony screen, click on Draw Minor 6, and head over to there. Fourth fleet needs to unload troops there, and then we head back to the first fleet and let them finish their attack run. Maintaining all of these different things is essential for a war like this, because your enemy will go all over the place if you're not managing stuff. They will attack behind your lines, they'll target the Teekans and see whatever. I'm going to throw him at it. If he gets caught, he gets caught. Hopefully he doesn't get caught. And we just have to keep switching between our different fleets and making sure that we're maintaining all the things at the same time. Has a job, doing its thing, this is its job. You know, we could just make this even better. If we go to the 5th fleet. Oh, the 5th fleet isn't... The 5th fleet doesn't have a keybind. And it shouldn't. So the 5th fleet is going to guard this planet. So the 3rd fleet needs to go into here. We're gonna do an attack this direction. So starting here, 3rd fleet is going to attack this. Actually, is that right? Or do we want to just middle? Do we want to just center attack? I think we just want to center attack. 3rd fleet. Attack here. So this is just economic disruption. We need them to lose their flow of materials any way we can. We're going to monitor them. Like, we're going to monitor them, but we're going to attempt to attack a base in this station as well. There isn't one there, but there is one here. So, just going to push down here now. We're attacking pretty efficiently right now. Let's just go to here. And just take this all the way to the bottom. It's not going to matter, but it will matter eventually. Yeah, because it will kick in some, at least. It'll prioritize funding for science that way. Oh, that's... I don't know. I don't know if this attack is worth it if that falls in... I think we're going to do a literal last-minute abort, because we're about to fall out of range, and I don't want them to lose the time that comes from having to refuel. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. That was a big ask anyway. They have 1 combat ship here. It's actually possible that the 5 troop transports could have taken it out on their own, but we don't want to. We don't want to take that. What? I can't believe they did that. What happened to my fleet? So I'm going to need to put this on here, right? 5. And I'm going to need to start attacking whatever's nearest to me. Because we need to destroy some of these troop transports. They need to not be able to drop troops on this planet if we can help it. And we seem to have dropped just in time. Oh! That... See how I predicted that? See how I predicted that they would see the weak colony as an opportunistic attack and that they would try to do something sneaky? And it turned out exactly like I thought it would. They tried to do something sneaky. And because I planned for it, they failed. Alright, so this has succeeded admirably. These 4 still need to develop, but the 4th fleet just will load troops there. Let's go to the 1st fleet, who is trying to make it in. And will make it in because the ring is expanding at the speed they're going at. The 2nd fleet is starting to be close to being in, which is awesome. The 3rd fleet is succeeding at its station attacks. Effectively undamaged. We'll make it. I'm glad we turned off, though, because stranding them would have been a huge military debacle. Debacle is the absolute right word. Stranding them would have been a crushing blow. Everybody made it home. Good job. We didn't strand you like we did the 2nd fleet in the last war. We want to attack this. So these guys will hold out here until the 4th fleet is loaded, and then they will switch with the 4th fleet, who will hold out here until the 3rd fleet can go back and finish its load, getting the guys that we left behind because they weren't finished yet. We need to We need to be right in on this. We need to make no mistakes, because we need to attack until the shields are down, and then immediately transition to a capture. Because we don't have any capture-specific weapons, like ion weapons, the attacking chips will not help to lower the shields if I switch to capture. You know, I think I need a guy doing that. I think I actually need a guy doing the thing you're good at, so go ahead. I'm good with that. Go for it. That's... Like I said, I was just thinking I needed a guy to do that. Okay, so the fleet's coming in. Go drive the combat ship off. Or, if possible, kill it. Killing it would be nice. I don't think we got off of it fast enough. No, I was going to say, I don't think I got off it fast enough to prevent its destruction. But here, we won't push such a thin line because it's stationary. We don't need it disabled. Right? So we'll just switch to a capture, then retarget it. Its shields will probably start to try to come back up, which is fine. Our troop transport ships are going to move in closer. That's what we want from them. Our combat ships are doing the thing combat ships do, which is they're deciding to attack other targets that have nothing to do with us, with our point. Let's attack it very briefly, now that we're closer. See those shields go back down. Switch to capture again. We're just trying to inch our... Oh, are you not on capture? Oh no, you are. It's happening. The fight is happening. We just load our troops up, and soon we have a behind enemy lines fuel base. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted to do. That's great. Now, we're going to go to our construction ships. I think I have a construction ship that I was using for my own personal stuff, and we're going to use it, and we're going to immediately build this. I am so into our spies doing the best job ever. Let's just keep pushing them on missions. Battlefield sabotage? I don't even know what that is. Defensive tactics? Improved escorts? That is a tech I could... System patrol ships. That's worth risking your life over, buddy. You're probably not going to agree, but no, you do. It's your job. You're probably excited. We're going for a big one, guys. We're going for one that could literally change the outcome of this war by more than anything else. By as much as our torpedoes. This is why I like to keep a good watch, because a lot of times these like sneaky attacks get foiled when you're watching carefully and doing all this microing. In the end, this will be a big help, because when this war is done, we will shoot forward. Now, I don't know if that's the couple of guys they sent, or if it's the beginning of an actual fleet, but the amount of time we've been waiting for implies it's just a couple of guys we sent. You're trying to help them. Okay, so here's the thing. No, manual fleets only engage nearby. Your job is not to help them. Your job is to... Actually, you can do that. No, you can't, because you need to come into the base here so that when the time comes for the retrofit, you're ready to do it. Wait. That was still on the first fleet. So let's try doing that again without making the same mistake twice. I may have been the one who actually commanded them to attack there in the first place. That does happen. That does happen. I admit it. I don't admit it. It was the computer. The computer messed it up. I didn't do it. Definitely didn't do it. No. Nobody. Nobody. You did this to yourself. You did this to yourself. Advanced containment. Well, we did it, everyone. We hit advanced containment. Let's look at what we've got in our queue. Nothing after the railgun upgrade. All right. I'm going to grab that. I want to grab that. I want to grab this. Big potential damage upgrade by putting our pulse torpedoes, a medium pulse torpedo, and a small railgun will fit. And they are a pretty big upgrade. There's nothing else I can change up here. Like, this is all maximized. I could take an engine off or the directional thruster, but I don't think I want to. Let's look at the planet. Hello, planet. Oh, system patrol ships completed. That's great. Is that worth delaying for? Is that worth delaying for? We don't actually have to delay for that, is the thing. We could just build them. So let's look for... So let's add a frigate design. Let's auto-generate it just to start. Balanced. Everything looks okay up here, right? Basic crew systems. There's enough people. We have a drive. We have fuel. Take a fuel cell off. You have 2 fission reactors. You have a large pulse torpedo and a medium railgun. It's pretty strong, but I feel like we could do better. We have 20 points we can work with right now. Drop this and replace it with a target tracking system. Still leaving us with 20 points. And now we want to see what we can put on for 20 points. Look at all our weapons. 15 points for the small torpedo. 15 points for the plasma torpedo. Can't fit that. Can't fit this. It's actually somewhat disappointing. The only thing I can really put on is a small railgun. I wonder if this is a better... It thinks it is. It really thinks that's better. Like, it doesn't just think it's better, it thinks it's a lot better. Doesn't leave enough room for a maneuvering engine. Do we care about that? Do we care about that? I don't know if we care about that. No, I don't think we care about that. So this is going to be called Pounce. They're just going to be called phalanxes now. And we're going to put 3 frigates in both of them. And then we're going to spend a bunch of money that we don't really have to do that. And then we are going to retrofit both of you. And you have picked up how many troops? You're now at 85. You know what I could do? Even though I said I wouldn't. I could bring... No, I'm not doing that. I'm not bringing Ectarians along. That's silly. They're just too... They're just too cute. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. No. Not at all. 4th Fleet is done loading troops. Okay. So grab the 4th Fleet and tell it to 4th Fleet refuel here. Now our troop support fleets are as strong in combat strength as our main fleets used to be. Okay, so now the 3rd Fleet needs to retrofit. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. It's happening. fourth fleet has arrived to refuel, right? This is the fourth fleet. Yeah, so where's the third fleet? In transit still. Let's just take this down. We went on 2 for a bit, and we don't want to do that for too long. This station isn't already dead because they were so damaged by the spaceport. Right? Yeah, you're lucky that you got to survive. You literally got destroyed. That ship literally got destroyed by a mining base. It was so damaged. This secondary attack seems like suicide? Big question mark. All right, second fleet, your job is to disrupt. So you are going to fly in here immediately, and we are going to find bases. You're going to fly right into the center of his territory, second fleet, and you are going to destroy this. And then once the first fleet is done, it is going to fly up here and destroy this. So the first fleet is still in transit, in its transit line. The second fleet is already engaged in combat. It is being attacked by the Teekan defenses, but it is... they are devastatingly stronger than I think they can handle at this point. I don't think they really stand a chance. The fleet is turning. The second fleet is going to now attack here. Again, the purpose of these attacks is just to disrupt as long as they don't attack us, we don't really need to turn, because the torpedoes will fire in all directions and they're our strongest weapon. So, to be honest, I don't think we need to worry like we used to so much about attackers entering our fleets. Attack the second fleet, please. That would be very unpleasant. The number of torpedoes that they put off on you is really unpleasant. This guy is dead. He might escape. I don't think he will. The first fleet is coming in around the planet. The third fleet should be arriving soon as well. The second fleet has no mission. Pretty sure we've done it. Make sure the first fleet knows not to attack. Make sure the second fleet knows not to attack. Come on, guys. Ah! We did it! Okay, so I think that's probably low enough. We're going to see if we can chase down these ships. We probably won't be able to. So we go to 3. We attack. We go to 4. We attack. Because we've been bombarding, they should attack effectively because they will have lined themselves up properly. Overwhelming force is our absolute intent. I think we've done an excellent job of executing this. So in order to lower the amount of difficulty that we have with getting all of our drop ships to line up properly on the ship, we use bombardment from our assaulting ships. And the bombardment from the assaulting ship makes all of the troop transports nicely line up on the edge of the planet if they participate in the bombarding action. Prevents the staggered drop. If multiple fleets bombard long enough, all their troop transports will get in there. People are sort of just taking... Oh, he's disabled. Get there. I don't know if they'll destroy him now that he's disabled. Yeah, they've decided to destroy. Destroy is the way of the day. We have destroyed. Now, if I was to declare peace with the Teekans right now, I would not take over their territory, but I could take almost all of their science. If I conquer them, I won't get their science because they will be... Yeah, I won't get their science. That's just how the conquering works. Their science is slowed down to a crawl again. This colony hates us in unspeakable ways. I think it's time for the final attack. I think we've done everything we can to have this planet be fine. So the third fleet needs to get its butt back here and load troops. The fourth fleet needs to get in here and load troops. The first fleet... Have we loaded everything? We've loaded everything. They're not immediately rebelling. Hopefully they don't rebel. If they do, we'll just dump the troops back on them later. It's all fine. So we want 3 to bombard. We want 4 to bombard. We want 1 to bombard. And then we begin. 2 is going to continue to do what it was doing previously, which is blockade. I don't know if this is the end of the Teekan fleet or not, but it's sure starting to feel like they don't got much left. Not sure what they're fleeing to preserve ships for. Just go to 1 here and then just... Okay, first rebellion. Let's build... Can't build a spaceport. They're not rebelling again. Usually I would expect them to rebel multiple times, but maybe it's because we're so strong. I think it's because we're so strong. I think we did it! I think we did it! We did it! We killed the damn Teekans! We killed them! We killed the damn Teekans. Okay, so we have done it. We have succeeded our primary goal. From here, who knows what we do? I know what we do. We expand into the rest of our cluster. We kill these assholes. And then we attack these Xenocs. That's the plan. That's moving forward. That's what we're shooting at. Thanks for watching. Teekan War over. Feel like I executed that really well. Feel like my plans all happened. Everything happened how I wanted it to, and I foiled all their attempts to get behind my lines and do crappy things. Our triangle is now kind of like twisted, but it's now like a big triangle. There you go. It's still a triangle, although there's nothing really out here. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.